What's up, everyone, and welcome to Night Kids After Dark podcast for March 27th. I'm your host, BTG Plays, alongside all of my co-hosts today, Yanonick, Rainbowkisses, and Professor Daxter. We ain't seen you in a while, man.
Heck yeah, dude. I've been dying and it sucks.
We miss you, man.
For sure.
Ugh.
Man, we had a good weekend. It was Yanonick and Rainbowkisses' birthday this weekend.
Ooh,
Festivities were
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Knows how to throw a party.
That is the
real.
fucking truth.
There
I'm about
was-
to have
there
her
was
throw
just
all my
strippers
parties.
everywhere. Just
Kinda.
everywhere.
Kinda.
Nuts.
Kinda.
If you guys want strippers at your party, reach out to Rainbowkisses at her Gmail.
She get it in.
There was definitely some making it rain happening.
For sure. It was well thought out. Like the whole ambiance, everything was just to a T was just like perfect. I was super impressed with your expertise, Rainbow.
Man,
That's the last party y'all get out of me.
Nope.
What?
We got a Night Kids party in June. Everybody is invited. You just gotta subscribe for 6 months straight. And it's like, nah.
make it rain.
Question: Was the Harry Potter was the theme, right? Or was it a different party?
It was.
Okay, cool. Did you
It
guys
was
do
dope.
butterbeer?
I made one butterbeer. It was good. It was super sweet though. I was
Yeah,
like,
really wanna
God
try
damn.
butterbeer. I think that sounds good.
That's because y'all were too busy drinking potions.
Yeah, we had potions, pensive. I had a lot of stuff. I had anything, Leosa.
He's like,
Henny
"Henny,
Leviosa."
potion?"
Oh man, that was a good time.
About an hour in, BTG was like, Wingardium Leviosa.
Wait, this is who? Rookie said. Somebody said, "Oh yeah," they were like Wingardium Scipiosa, and I was like, "Bro, I'm about to say that every time I'm about to take a sip." But no, it was cool, man. And I think the best part was like, a lot of the people I didn't actually know there, but it was like such good vibes, such good people. Like it was great.
Everybody had a great time. I got to make a wand.
Oh yeah, me too. I left it there.
There was some lady
Don't
staring
worry,
at
I
me in
put
the
it
mirror in the
safe
bathroom.
place. Oh, Moaning Myrtle?
That's
Everybody
that
wanted
scared the shit out of me the first time.
Myrtle, you know what I mean?
Like seriously, that scared the hell out of me. And it was daytime. I said, "What the fuck?"
So
Oh.
the light outside of that bathroom stopped flickering.
Oh, after you took
As soon as you took it down, that's
Yeah.
creepy as hell.
Yo, that
know how to throw a party, man. Way to go.
For sure. Dax, you gotta make it next time, man. You gotta.
I'm actually making plans to come up. I just got to figure out what days or like what weekend I can. She was having like a get together during like the end of June, but Paisley's turning 5 then, so I can't really pull that.
No, bring her too. I'll make her a butterbeer.
Get
I thought it was in the
get her
middle
some
of June.
potions. Nah, June 28th. Yeah, so
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
That definitely wasn't a kids' party.
definitely not. But I made it out alive, so that's good. Made it out alive.
You look like you aged a little bit though. You look like you.
I'm still tired, to be honest. Like the whole weekend was just long. It was tired,
Mhm.
but it was
That's
worth
how you
it.
know you're getting older though, is like when you drink and then like it takes like 4 days to reciprocate.
The crazy thing is like I didn't even drink like that at the party. Usually I'm like, Yano knows how I can drink, like, but I was like, I gotta drive, man. I was like, I ain't gonna drink. I paced myself the whole night. Oh yeah, and then Diablo 4 beta was out this weekend, so I had to play that. I didn't get to go to sleep because I was like, nah, I'm gonna play the Diablo 4 beta. Like,
Good
I'm gonna
choice,
get that
good
level
choice.
25.
You went home and played Diablo 4?
You gotta get that.
Not
puppy,
that
man.
night, but I got home probably about 4 in the morning, and then my kids woke up at 7:30, and then
As
yeah.
kids be doing. for
yeah,
sure.
they woke up at 7:30, so I was just up, and then they were supposed to go somewhere. I can't remember. They did go somewhere with their godparents. Yeah, they went with their godparents, so they were gone most of the day, and then that's when I played Diablo 4.
I bet.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
literally slept for like a week and a half straight. I think I slept like 15 plus hours every day for like a week and a half. Not even joking.
Do you feel
Dang.
rested?
You should be good for the rest of the year.
I'm
Right, that's right.
okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, enough about the weekend. We had a good time. I'm glad everybody's back safe and sound. Today's stories include Zelda fans and the Tears of the Kingdom deep dive is coming tomorrow.
Wait, they're
Gotham
working on
Knights.
another. They're waiting. Wait.
No,
So
they're
working on another Zelda game.
no, the deep dive is coming tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha.
So that Gotham Knights is being demanded to come back, not the game, the TV show. And Ubisoft bails on E3 and more because this is Night Kids After Dark podcast where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here on Twitch TV/Team Night Kids. Today's okay. If you guys want to, on Thursdays we do get into the pot of gold with Rainbowkisses. Are you gonna be there? You're not gonna be there Thursday.
I'm
Cinder-
not, but we can do it today if you guys want.
Oh Lord, we got a lot of stories.
Oh,
We'll see.
you have a lot of stories.
We'll see. We may be doing pot of gold. Let's see how things go. So if you got questions, start adding them in chat, and then during the segment after the show, we'll probably do it. You know,
If not, then there's always Thursday. Either Sin or Lily will take over for me.
yeah, perfect. And if you don't want to watch live, you can always watch later on youtube.com/@TeamNightKids682, or you can listen on podcast services by searching the 4 words Night Kids After Dark. Remember, if you like the show ad free, hit that sub button, that Prime sub, something. Do it because you miss a lot of stuff during the ads. It sucks, but it happens.
Also, guys, if you guys could at least watch on YouTube, it'll help with the algorithm and shoot us forward a little bit too. So you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to or catch up or whatever.
Yeah, just watch 1 minute and hit that like
Yeah.
or dislike. Do they have a dislike still? I don't care what you look. All of them are good. Hit them all.
Also, type in potions in the comment section.
Yep. Housekeeping. Next week we won't have any episodes, so this Thursday will be the last episode until the second week of April. So yeah, next week no episodes. Sorry guys, gotta go on vacation. For me.
You got to rest.
Yeah. And then you got some housekeeping. Oh,
So-
go ahead.
So I did get a chance to finish one of the videos. So the video is done and it is up on YouTube now. However, we may we may watch it either
Let's watch that Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get the video for the Katsucon on Thursday, so y'all get to see those interviews. Pretty good. And then you can get the link to the full episode after that if y'all want to see it. Look, I got a preview of it, and Yanonick did some good work.
I appreciate that,
Great
bro.
job, man.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's it for housekeeping. So let's get into the news. All right, story number 1. All right, we all know Tears of the Kingdom is coming out, and it's $70. Heard a lot of people saying, "Man, is it gonna be worth $70?" Blah blah blah, this and that. What is it gonna be? Like a big difference from the game? Well, you'll find out tomorrow. Zelda fans can finally chill. Tears of the Kingdom deep dive is on the way. This comes from Kotaku by Ethan Gatch. A 10-minute gameplay demo could show more of how it's different from Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is just 2 months away, and there's still a ton we don't know about the widely anticipated sequel to Breath of the Wild. Like, for instance, how different will it actually be from the hit 2017 open world game? Thankfully, Nintendo just announced a new gameplay deep dive that will possibly answer many of the fans' burning questions. On Tuesday, March 28th, tomorrow, the publisher will debut a 10-minute gameplay demo led by series producer Eiji Aonuma. It'll go up on YouTube at 10 a.m. Oh, wait, 10 a.m.? Shoot, maybe I'll stream a live react to that.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll do that. That's 10 a.m. Eastern time, and hopefully give more than a few clues about the new gameplay mechanics and mysteries waiting for players in Tears of Kingdom's world. Mysteries like, why is the Master Sword broken? I didn't even know it was broken. Huh. And what kind of new powers does Link's creepy cursed arm hold? Despite the first tease First tease as far as back as 2019, we've heard relatively little about Tears of the Kingdom compared to what we know about Breath of the Wild 2 months before its release. There have been a bunch of trailers and intriguing nuggets for fans to parse, but tomorrow's 10-minute preview will actually be more than all of the existing footage Nintendo has shown up to this point combined. The semi-blackout has led to some worry that the Tears of the Kingdom, which grew out of plans for a paid expansion, might be more of a Breath of the Wild 2.0 than a bold new departure for the series. At the same time, Aonuma recently told Famitsu that new gameplay will bring about the change in the game world. Fans' minds have been racing with the possibilities ever since, especially given the big Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts vibes the existing trailers have given off. We'll see how all these hopes and dreams pan out following Tuesday's mini Zelda Direct. So, yeah, so I've heard both sides of this. Like with the raising the price, people were like, well, how can they charge more money for like pretty much a game that was already built? Like the world's already built, the enemies are already built. Like why would they have to do that? So people are worried.
Like a DLC rather than
Pretty much, yeah. So I'm hoping that this shows a lot more. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be pretty different from Breath of the Wild because you got shooting. Yeah, you can travel in the air for real now. Like the air is part of the world now, not just you floating around. But we'll see. What do y'all think?
I mean, to be fair, there's games that go out all the time that are based in the same universe, same enemies that are brand new games. Last of Us,
God of War,
God of War,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
They even reflesh the same bosses over and over in different aspects. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you're if you're a Zelda fan, go for it.
I am a Legend of Zelda fan, and to be entirely honest with you, I really just want them to add to the game. I don't need them to build a whole new world or environment or any of that other stuff. I just want to have a believable villain or enemy, or the chaos that we're fighting is purposeful. I want to be able to, like, naming my horse. That was super important. I thought that was cool that I had the Buttercup go with me everywhere I wanted. The music in the game, the ability to, there was so much about this game that they did right. And if people are worried about them having this game be exactly like the last game but just with more stuff, I'm here for it. I just don't like it at that $70 price. And we talked about it earlier on the podcast, and we all came to the conclusion that the price of games are going up, and that's just the reality of things. And since, this game is Nintendo's flagship kind of title, I'm okay with that, especially since I know I'm going to get it regardless.
What was I gonna say? So I think the only thing I'm really worried about, I do wonder how different the world is, right? I don't know if I want the map to be like exactly the same, right? Like everything in the same. I'm hoping that something happened in the world to change it enough to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, this is different. I don't already know where everything is. You know what I mean?
I don't think that anything has to change, but if nothing's going to change, they have to have a really good story to back up the fact that nothing's changing.
Right.
Like, I loved God of War, but I could care less about the enemies. Like, what I enjoyed was getting to the next nugget of story. Same way with like Final Fantasy for me, it's always been the same. Where it's like I don't really care too much, like their flans and all these things, but like that next nugget of like storytelling is what drives me to play those games. So
yeah, well, tomorrow we will see how much the game's really changed, and
What if they added in a cooperative play or something, like a multiplayer aspect? Because they really give us. Say it again.
Would it fit in that world?
I think so. I think it could.
I mean, they've already made one multiplayer Zelda. Was it Minish Cap?
What was it called?
Minish Cap? Was that one of the multiplayer ones? There was a multiplayer Zelda.
The Game Boy Advance. That was a cool one. The one where you can play with 4 friends.
Yeah,
Who do you play as though?
everybody's linked,
Everyone's linked.
just
That
different
makes
colors.
sense.
I
So
mean,
are y'all for or against the $70 price?
I'm 100% against it. I do not like the price increase in these games at all.
I mean, I don't either, but like as a consumer, I'm gonna pay for it anyways, and I don't think like Zelda's gonna be the one where I put my foot down. If that makes sense.
Right,
But
right, right.
the cost of things are changing and going up. So don't y'all think like the price of games have to kind of go with that?
They don't
No.
have to.
So here's my thing. The reason why I don't think so, right, is because the industry changed along with it, right?
true.
Before, when games are going up in price, it was because of physicality. Like Nintendo 64 had proprietary cartridges, stuff like that. You had to pay for disc, shipping, the packaging. You no longer do that. Like, they barely do that now. So they're already saving so much money on that, and then you continue to raise the price for digital content that I can't even keep. For
Hear
real?
me out. What I think they should do is they should include the original soundtrack on every game. Cost them nothing.
The original soundtrack.
Yeah. Like the soundtrack that goes along.
Would
with the
it
game.
cost nothing?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if they're gonna increase the price and they're gonna give you a digital copy where you're gonna have to install it anyways. Hell, even like some games come with like a case and then a little downloadable code where there's not even a disc.
Yeah. So even if they did that, that wouldn't warrant the price for me. Like, I'd be like, dang.
No, I
No.
would love to have like a collection of like original soundtracks.
I mean, it would
I
be
guess I
cool
could
for
just go on
sure.
Spotify and do the same thing, but
I think the only thing, like, I really think the only reason why they're even doing this for Zelda is to push the Nintendo Switch game vouchers, which is you pay $99 and you get 2 game vouchers, so you can pick any Nintendo game, 2 Nintendo games to download, and the tickets last for a year. And Tears of the Kingdom is one of the games, so you could just buy the game vouchers and pay $50 for Tears of the Kingdom and still have a voucher for another game that you want later or now, like all the games that are on there. Because I do find. Go ahead.
No. I wasn't gonna try to interrupt. I was gonna let you finish your thought, and I was gonna ask about Rookie's question.
What was Ricky's question?
He said that what they should do is include a virtual ticket to the office where you get to talk to the developers.
Hell no.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
If they included that, we wouldn't
developers would be harassed.
we wouldn't have any
24/7.
developers anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would all of them would quit.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, they would
But-
be harassed.
What you mean you killed my favorite character? Like,
It'd be
stories
done.
like-
Yeah, but what I was saying with the game vouchers is, I find myself with Nintendo Switch games specifically because, like, I know, like, oh, they're not as, graphically amazing, stuff like that. I see the $60 price tags for some of those games and I don't buy them
Mhm.
because I'm like, dang, do I want to spend $60 on one of these games that I know I might just play for a little bit, but I do want it? Like the Kirby game. Like, I do want that Kirby game,
But not $60.
but not $60.
I
So-
think that's also something that Nintendo really needs to like come to conclusion with, is because like they're not holding up to today's standards in like development, but they're still keeping up with the same price tag. Like some games barely run at 30 frames on a Switch. Like,
I mean, let's
why
be
are
fair.
they-
At least they were the last ones to do it. Like, they
Sure.
waited for everybody else, and they're like, "Fuck it, all right, let's go with it." They
I
gonna
don't
buy this shit anyway.
I'm not gonna
Like-
lie. If Splatoon was $70-$80, I still would have bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
Not-
also,
I
like,
don't feel like
because
you should-
I invest a lot of hours into the game, so
True.
it's not one of those games where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna pay for a week and then I'm done.
I also feel like Rainbow. The difference to Rainbow is the fact that like I'll play like 8 games before you're done with your first game. You know what I mean? Like you play one game, so you have an investment piece. I don't.
Yeah,
That's why I
you,
like Game Pass.
Dax
so much.
plays like 10 minutes of a game, and then he's like, "All right."
I'm done.
And then he never goes back to
Then he-
it. Just like he stopped streaming, and we've all been waiting to see the end of the game, and it's like,
I beat. So funny fact, I think I beat a game in my entire life, I think I beat like 7 games total.
I remember him saying this too.
And I beat 2 games this year or last year because, new year. But like I beat 2 games on stream last year.
That's
So
a
I was
big
proud of
deal.
myself. Yeah.
That is a fucking accomplishment.
I'm telling you. Because Twitter keeps harassing me, man. Like,
Oh
And
man.
I tie my shoes every time they come untied. What's your point? Say
Oh my God.
Oh man. All right, story number 2. This is so funny because this story that came up and I was like, wow, I just talked about this at y'all's birthday party with a couple of your friends. They're women Apex players and apparently they're really good. I was like, they're like, yeah, we can carry you. I said, bet. Y'all can carry
say no
me.
more.
Y'all can carry me
Say
next
less.
week after I get back from vacation. Take me to that predator. But this story is about an all-women pro Apex Legends squad. All-women pro Apex Legends squad won't listen to the haters. Let's gameplay do the talking. Larice Girl Habibi, Isabella Avelli Rivera, Cornelius Stabs, Zawitowski, and Janie Newstead on making TSM history. This is by Alyssa McCante from Kotaku. It's kind of a long article, so you just roll with me. Janie, Zabs, Avelli, and Girl are probably younger than you, but they're definitely better at Apex Legends than you. The 4 women who range in age from 17 to 27 are esports organizations, TSM's first all-women pro Apex squad. Quite a feat when you consider the game's notoriously high skill ceiling. Announced in a blaze of glory with a hype video worthy of an NFL team, the women, all whom were already content creators and high level, if not pro, Apex players, were catapulted to a new level of internet infamy. The foursome, who will rarely play together outside of streaming and creator events because of their disparate locations. Janie is Ontario, Sabs in Poland, Avelli and Girl in the US. Share a love of Apex Legends but have widely different personalities. As I chat with them via video call, I realize that they remind me of my high school friend group, each one slotting into different archetypes. Sabs is a chatty and bubbly, Janie dry and sharp, Ava kind and youthful, Girl measured and more mature. They have their own rules in the world of Apex Legends competitive play as well, and most of them don't mirror their IRL personalities. Janie mains high-flying, hyper-mobile Valkyrie, somewhat reluctantly, as the team says she's the best at utilizing Valk's movement, even if she doesn't want to play with her. Avelli, the squad calls her Ava, plays the electric and very French Watson. Girl, the mobile and chatty Pathfinder. Sabs, the pensive and intense Bloodhound. When I ask what draws them all to Apex Legends, they almost uniformly agree it's unique movement mechanics and lightning fast pace. You cannot compete with the movement, Sab says. Warzone 2.0 changed so much with this movement, so right now movement is the best in Apex. That's the main thing. It's also such a hard game, so many things are happening, and you have to predict the zones, fight for different things. You need to rotate. It's not only you against the other team. You need to pay attention. The Apex pro game, but make it women. As women who struggle to feel welcome in the intense, antagonistic, and harassment-filled early 2000 lobbies of Halo 2 and 3, I'm curious how these young women got their starts and how they've grown into their impressive careers. Not gonna go into all this. If you guys want to see the rest of this, read the rest of the story. It is on Kotaku. It's pretty much getting to know the players. But for the most part, they're really good, and it talks about how when they used to like get it, before people knew them, they would get on squads and players would automatically think like they're garbage because they're girls. And they're like 4 of the best Apex players in the world. So it's like, and then it was crazy that the story popped up because of the two women I talked to at the party. They had the same experience, and they were like, yeah, Apex lobbies are pretty toxic. Like voice chat for women is not just across video games in general, but there she was like, Apex is pretty brutal. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, man.
I remember those days of early what was it? Xbox
Call of
Live,
Duty.
Call of Duty and Halo. Oh man, anytime a lady's voice would be on the
Get
microphone.
back in there and make me a sandwich.
Man,
Like,
people had
over and over.
no control at whatsoever. Um, so yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know if it's gotten better over the years, but to
It
be honest
hasn't.
with you,
No.
it has not.
Hell no.
Man, well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with
I mean,
you.
you gotta, kids love video games and kids are immature. So,
Yeah.
and those kids are growing up faster and learning more things to say. So I'm sure they're more brutal than they were when we were
Bro, they
kids.
were brutal.
I play arguably one of the most toxic games in the world,
League.
of Legends.
I knew it.
Yeah.
It is
And
brutal.
they actually they had an all women's team years ago that quickly disbanded. They did horrible. And then recently Europe, EU just signed for G2, an all women's team, and apparently they're doing pretty good. But yeah, it's a unique situation, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
I think I'm a fan of esports because it's one of the few sporting events that actually has both men and women of different age groups being able to play together in competition. So it's not necessarily you have these advantages that puts you against or above someone else. No, everyone comes in equal, and your skills are what's going to tell you whether or not you're. That's why I'm a fan of esports. I see it doing well, more in the competitive gaming area.
I actually agree with you. I think that like the cool thing about esports is once you're on the stage, that's all that matters is the stage. Like even from like the audience standpoint, like the comment sections later will be a totally different story. But like while people are there, it's literally just like brings everybody together. It's just a competition at that point, which is really cool.
I want to get to a point where we have here on the podcast a segment where at least we can talk about what esports events took place this past weekend, so that we are able to at least keep up with some of the leagues that we're interested in, players that we're interested in, because some of these BTG was sharing some of the women on this Apex League team have some really interesting personalities, and that's what makes people follow competitors, the players, because their personalities shine through and you want to know more, you want to see them do well. They sometimes their backstory, the fact that some people have gone through a hard or difficult upbringing, you want to see them get to the top. They bleed for this, so I'm really excited to see what more comes through here and more sporting events, or at least esports events. Because
one really cool story was Worlds for League of Legends. So they basically it's Worlds. They actually had the competitors from each team, and they actually went to their homes. So like Brazil and like all these places, and actually like followed them around for like a day, like their upbringing, them at their family and all that stuff. It was such a cool like situation because like there's a player, he's an AD carrier, is considered like one of the best players in the world, and you just got to meet his mom, and it was just a really wholesome moment. Like stupid stuff like that's really cool.
that is cool though. Meeting their family and stuff, the people that helped them get to where they are. Yeah.
Fun
It was really
fact,
neat.
I played League today and got stopped. And I was like, I remember why I hate this game.
I got you. Say no more. I'll carry you.
Man, that chat.
It's a tough game.
I say,
Man.
God damn, it's my first game in like a year.
Could you imagine League of Legends but with public chat?
They have public chat.
They have public chat. It's toxic.
What?
Yeah.
They have public voice chat now?
Oh no, is it? They have voice
do.
chat.
They do,
Oh.
but you have to like be linked into it before the
yeah.
game starts.
Oh,
rather
the
than,
voice
like,
chat. Nah, I'm talking about regular chat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
voice chat.
No,
that
ain't nobody
was
talk
toxic.
shit in voice chat at all. Like you raise your voice, see what happens. But like text the chat, chat. Like whoo.
So they don't talk in voice chat, but they say all they bullshit in
Yeah,
regular.
yeah.
I'm about to get on voice chat so I can respond and be like, "Yo, shut your bitch ass up." before I come over there
There
and
y'all go.
say hi to your. Oh, damn, you right.
Culture.
Man, that's how you respond
Wait,
to it.
no, but they started it. I'm talking about if they started. I ain't just gonna
Honest,
do
I
it.
used to be hella toxic, and
gotta
like
be.
hella toxic in
Or they'll
league.
run you over.
And I like, you know how many times I've come up with creative ways to say "kill yourself" without like saying "kill yourself." Like,
Like go dig a hole and go lay
I
in
was
it.
like, "Hey, go play in traffic, but don't look both ways." You know what I mean? Like,
Man,
We don't
I'm better.
condone.
I'm grown up now. I'm way more grown. That game.
I'm
was a child.
terrified to let my son like get on voice chat. Like,
It's a
but
tough
it's gonna
world.
come
Hi
to a
guys. I
point.
hope everybody has a wonderful day. Just like gets shredded.
I don't know. My son, I don't know. He got some comebacks, man. He be getting me sometimes. I be wanting to beat his little tail. But anyway, next story. So this next story, man. I'm sorry if you guys missed it, but Microsoft ends the $1 Xbox Game Pass offer. The introductory deal had been around for years, but the company is now looking at different marketing promotions. This is by Luke Plunkett from Kotaku. Microsoft's long-running introductory offer for its Xbox Game Pass subscription platform, which let users try the service out for $1 for the first month before moving on to more expensive payments, has finally come to a close. As The Verge report, the deal, which applies to both Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and the PC Game Pass, has recently been pulled, with a Microsoft spokesperson saying, "We have stopped our previous introductory offer for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass and are evaluating different marketing promotions for new members in the future. Hopefully, it's first month free." What those different marketing promotions could be is anyone's guess. Though, given the whole point of the $1 deal was getting new users on the hook, a natural successor could easily be the Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family scheme, which while still unavailable in the US, has been tested in a number of international markets since late 2022. Dang, I forgot about that they were working on that Xbox Game Pass for
Family. Yep.
family thing. Yeah.
The share, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna be real honest. I wouldn't really call this greed. You know how many email addresses I signed up for just so I pay $1 for like a year and a half?
Like, oh, you got a new gamer tag again?
As long as it's linked to that Xbox, baby, that's all that matters.
Well, that's not a one-to-one replacement for this $1 offer, which is a good deal for anyone. It does mean folks recommending Xbox Game Pass to friends or family would have a pretty easy way to get them on board via their own account. It sucks to see the $1 deal go away, since I'm sure most of you took advantage of it. But if you weren't ready for the time Xbox decided to start doing stuff like this, you have not been paying enough attention to TV and sports over the last 5 years.
I was gonna say it's been around for like
Dude,
5 years, 6 years. It's been $1 for new
Yeah,
people.
a long
It-
time.
Yeah, it's been out. I swear that dollar thing has been out since Game Pass came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
So y'all gonna start paying for y'all friends' subscription for that 1 month, and y'all try to hook them into. You should get Game Pass.
No, I'm just
Oh,
gonna play
wow.
the games in front of their face and be like, "Man, you should have got Game Pass."
Oh yeah, why don't you hop on? Oh yeah, you don't got Game Pass.
Yikes, y'all are tough.
Man, the Game Pass is.
Pull out that
I'm telling
money.
you,
God, hold on a second.
Game Pass saves me a lot of money. Like
It does,
for real.
yeah, for sure.
Like-
especially for somebody who doesn't like to finish games, it's so good for me, man.
What
I'm
a
just
message
like, man,
out
what
for this
sounds
time.
good?
All the games I want to try, I get to try them, and beat them if I want to.
I've literally downloaded 8 games this week, and I've played 2 of them, and I've uninstalled the rest. Like,
I've downloaded games and not played them too. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Y'all have
I'm
a
gonna play this.
problem. Y'all have a serious problem.
Yeah, it's called Kids. You have the same problem, Miss. I ain't seen Wakanda forever.
That's funny.
I'm really excited for this movie. I know it's been a year, but I haven't seen it. So I don't know.
I didn't even say I was really excited. I just said I
Oh.
haven't seen it.
I thought you said you wanted to see it when it came out.
Movies just don't excite me. I don't know.
I
Get that. Damn.
She also said that she wasn't excited to play the Harry Potter game, and then for 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight, she was just like, "Look where I'm at."
Bro, she was sending all the tips and tricks to us. Like, have y'all done this yet? What the fuck?
Look, I was not excited, but I love a game where I can make a custom character. Like, that is all I wanted to do. And then he was like, "Go ahead, just play a little more." too.
Rainbow became a whole Harry Potter fan overnight.
Oh, Harry Potter.
I was like,
Threw a
what the heck?
birthday party.
Yeah,
I got a PlayStation out of the deal. So when
that's true. You're right.
She was like, "Have you heard of Ollivander's wand shop? It is crazy cool."
All these wands.
I've already heard of these things and I already knew stuff. I've been to Universal, did the whole Harry Potter attraction. I knew these things. I'm just not a super fan.
Well, you are now. All the stuff
know
at
more
that
than me.
party, I was like, everybody knows more than
That
you,
was the
yeah.
thing
No.
that got me. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
she's
if
not a
it
huge
wasn't
Harry
opened,
Potter."
it got returned.
Speaking of
The
that,
crazy thing was she was like, "I'm not a huge fan," and then I look at the pictures and she ate through a whole Harry Potter party.
A whole party.
I hate these beans, but I still took some.
Bruh.
I hate them so much, and I still took some, knowing that I'm gonna end up eating boogers or vomit
You know
every
what's funny?
time.
So my girl, she took like 8 of them joints, and she thought all of them were just like Jelly Belly.
She's a masochist, is what she is. She's like,
No.
"I would love an upset
And she was
stomach right
just like,
now."
What? What is this?
No, she can go prank people.
She could. She definitely got the tools.
Bro, it is. Them things are terrible when you get the bad ones. I swear, man.
Give you the bubble guts.
Oh man.
Oh,
That is
Okay, you can go. Ricky,
I
you should
actually
have
love
mod
it.
access. But okay. What were we talking about? Oh, Xbox Game Pass is that's over. Appreciate that. Rainbow.
thank you.
I
Next,
tried really hard. I was looking everywhere. I did not know how to ban people.
It's been so long.
I think it's just /ban, right?
You can actually just click on their name and then hit ban.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay, so the next story. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass is gone. So I mean not gone, but the dollar is gone. But well worth it. You know, Microsoft. You want to shoot a sponsor this way? That's cool too. Next story. So this story. The only reason I pulled it because I did not even know this existed, but it sounded interesting. Gotham Knights bad reviews haven't stopped demand from viewers. So analytics reveal the CW's Gotham Knights series has overcome its negative reviews to become one of the most in-demand series on air.
Oh wait, what did you say the title was? I heard batteries, Gotham Knight batteries.
Oh, Gotham
No,
Knights
that was it.
bad reviews.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it had bad reviews from critics and stuff, but the fans want it back. And it ended up being one of the most
It
requested
looks
shows to come.
terrible.
Look, I thought so too. Bad reviews from critics have not stopped the CW's Gotham Knights from becoming one of the most in-demand shows in the United States.
Oh wow.
Per the Wrap, for the week of March 11th to the 17th, 2023, Gotham Knights had a strong premiere as one of the United States' most in-demand breakout series, ranking with a 16.9 times the average series demand. This is a massive 146% increase since the show's premiere aired March 14th, and the data comes from Pair Analytics, which takes into account consumer research, streaming, downloads, and social media, among other engagement. Despite taking last place for the week's top 10 in-demand series, including shows like HBO's Last of Us, Gotham Knights' 16.9 multiplier was still enough to land within the chart's outstanding category. And I guess this is the chart. You got Last of Us at the top. If you haven't watched it, go freaking watch it.
Probably
Daisy
be higher in the charts, to be honest. I don't.
Daisy Jones in the 6th, History of the World Part 2, 1923, Poker Face. Oh, Poker Face is really good too. Shrinking, Wolfpack, The Consultant, Trigun Stampede, and Gotham Knights. Look at that anime on here too.
Oh wow.
Despite premiering back on January 15th, 2023, The Last of Us remained the most in-demand breakout series for the week of March 11th and 17th with an exceptional 63.5 multiplier. Some of the other series to crack the week's top 10 were Yellowstone's spin-off series 1923, Rian Johnson's murder mystery series Poker Face, Apple TV's Jason Segel led comedy drama Shrinking. Jason Segel? Okay, led comedy drama Shrinking the 22.6 times, and the Supernatural series Wolfpack. There's another Supernatural series
Wolfpack actually looks really good.
that got a 20.2 multiplier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no idea this show existed. And this is a little bit about the show. Gotham Knights takes place in a timeline where Batman, Bruce Wayne's adopted son, Turner Hayes, is framed for killing the Dark Knight along with the Joker's daughter, Duella Dent, and sibling runaways Harper and Cullen Rowe. The four reluctantly team up to prove their innocence, aided by Robin Carey Kelly and Stephanie Brown, the latter known in DC Comics as the Batgirl. The mystery of the Batman's murder, which will unravel over a 13-episode first season, points to the Court of Owls being the true party responsible for the
What?
crime. The show has also suggested that the secret society made up of the wealthiest and most influential citizens of Gotham City orchestrated Thomas and Martha Wayne's murder, with Joe Chill merely being a hired gun that pulled the trigger. So yeah, I didn't know this show existed at all.
What?
I
So it
will
first
try
aired
it.
in March.
Because it's on the CW. I usually
Yeah,
high praise the CW shows.
and then you can watch it if you don't have cable. CW lets you watch the show episode
Mhm.
3 like the week after it premieres. But yeah,
Yeah, I definitely will give it a check out. I just I don't know. I think DC's struggling really hard right now. I don't
So
know.
what made this show blow up all of a sudden, or is it just being
The
under
game,
the radar?
probably.
Kind of. You think so?
to be honest, I just have no idea because I didn't even know it was coming out or it existed. But I am curious to see how it is.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
gonna definitely watch it.
The
Also, speaking of DC and Gotham, did you guys see the pictures circling for Lady Gaga being Harley Quinn?
No.
oh yeah, we already knew that.
wait.
I
what?
didn't. Yeah.
Oh,
I just
yes.
saw photos of it. pop
Yeah,
up.
they announced that right after they had announced that Joker 2 was coming out, that Lady
Mhm.
Gaga was gonna play Harley Quinn, which is great. Yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely excited about that. But yeah, I'm gonna give this show a shot. See how I like it. Yeah,
Worst case
looks
is I
super
don't watch
good.
the second episode.
yeah, right. Yeah, but it's cool. I'm
Yeah.
interested in the story. Like, it sounds crazy. Joker's daughter, like, what the heck? Joker's daughter, Batman's adopted son. Like, when did this all happen? But
And then
yeah,
they got the owls.
yeah,
what is
the
it?
Court of Owls is really what, if I hear
Man.
Court of Owls, I'm like, all right, gotta check it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
It's-
one of those things. But yeah, I'll check it out and shoot, I'll give you guys my thoughts if I make it through.
They're on
Maybe-
episode 3.
I don't know.
That's what it looks like.
There's only 2
Episode-
episodes listed.
Yeah, 2 episodes listed, and episode 3 comes out tomorrow.
Oh,
okay.
okay,
That's not
yeah.
bad.
So I'm not too far behind, and it's gonna be 13 episodes. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
That's like a setting.
Nice.
It's like a setting.
Anything else on that before I move on?
It has nothing to do with Batman, but I thought this was something cool to know. My daughter, like I said, we've been sick,
Mhm.
and we were all sitting around, and she was watching cartoons on her tablet, and she's like, "Have you ever heard of this show?" And she was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She's like, "This show is super cool." Like,
How do
I
you
like-
not know about this, Dad?
and I was like, "This show looks terrible compared to what I
What?
watched when I was a kid." They changed the art style and all that stuff, and I was like, "This is the one I used to watch." And it was a fun moment.
Oh yeah, so you talking about that? So those I've watched those newer. We all know, like, I'm a huge TMNT fan. I've watched the newer TMNTs, and yeah, they definitely changed like the art style, but
The story's probably pretty good.
story's freaking good. It is very good.
Solid.
Yeah, and then
I was
yeah.
like, which one's your favorite one? She's like, the blue one. And I was like, I
Oh,
get that. I like the orange.
never mind. I don't like
Before
that
I
anymore.
forget, BTG, are we doing the Harry Potter jelly beans today, or is that?
I mean,
Thursday?
You know what I want to do? Let's. Oh, Rainbow's not gonna be here.
Oh right, she's not gonna be here Thursday.
What do you want to do?
Because what I wanted to do.
Y'all don't speak for me, so
Well, you're not gonna be. Well, yeah. Well, she wants to know. Well, you're not gonna be here regardless. So what do you
There's
mean?
a will, there's a way.
I
So what-
wasn't gonna be here, but now
So what I wanted to do is have the jelly beans, and then like during the podcast, like let's say like every 7 minutes, we all just grab one and eat it.
Ugh.
as we're going through the
lost your damn
podcast,
mind.
so we can get like crazy reactions during the show. Oh, I wanted to set
Clips.
like a timer. Set like a timer, so every time the timer goes down, we just know we gotta grab a jelly bean randomly and put it in our mouths and just go.
Then let's just do it after our mini spring break.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
still
we'll do
have
it.
some.
Yeah, I'll put these ones away.
Oh,
I
Lily
think
said
I
she's gonna
have
join.
like 5 boxes here,
Oh
so
well, Lily,
they
you got
always
time.
come back.
You got time to get
So,
some now. They're disgusting. So
You can get them from Party City.
they're disgusting. So to
Party
be honest, I
City.
think they have them at Five Below. I'm pretty sure they have them at Five Below though, like the big
Probably.
box.
Oh.
Yuck.
The big box. But the ones that aren't disgusting are delicious. So there's that.
I'm gonna get my Starburst jelly beans. Those are all delicious.
Well, you know, the one that I had, because I had a box with my kids the other day because they love them Birdie Bots jelly beans because they like to they pretty much do that. We sit there, we all grab one, and we all eat it at the same time. And they were like, oh, or like, I have mine's is good. And then,
Aha.
but like, the one of them I never had before was they have a sausage one. And bro, that shit tastes just like breakfast sausage. And I'm just sitting there eating. I was like, this joke pretty good. Oh man,
Why would they even make that?
bro.
Oh,
It's some other flavors in there that
then
you
I
like.
might
Why
have to pass on that.
Why? They got dirt, vomit, earwax.
If it tastes like sausage, most likely they use some type of something.
Oh, just don't eat that color. They tell you what they are.
But then it's not going to be. Well, I
that's
guess
the
I'll get past
magic.
for that one.
Yeah,
That's the magic.
the sausage one is very easy to tell which one it is.
They
For
got
sure.
It's actually shaped like a sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like all the jelly beans. Mini sausages. All right, so next story. So the next story here is a big one, guys. We've been talking about this all year. Ubisoft fails on E3 in favor of its own show in Los Angeles.
We saw it coming.
So Ubisoft is backing out of its planned attendance at the E3 2023 in-person expo in favor of its own show in LA on June 12th. The company confirmed to VGC. E3 has fostered unforgettable moments across the industry throughout the years. Ubisoft spokesperson Heather Hafner says in a statement to The Verge, while we initially intend to have an official E3 presence, we've made the subsequent decision to move in a different direction and will be holding a Ubisoft Forward live event on June 12th in Los Angeles. We look forward to sharing more details with our players very soon. E3 organizer Reed Pop didn't immediately reply to a request for comment. With Ubisoft backing out, E3 2023, which runs the June 13th through June 16th, increasingly seems like it might be a boring show. Nintendo has already confirmed it won't be part of E3, while Microsoft is skipping the show floor to host its Xbox Game Showcase and a separate dedicated Starfield show on June 11th. Sony hasn't said anything about its E3 plans, but I wager it won't be there. IGN reported in January that Sony wouldn't be attending, and the company hasn't been at E3 since skipping in 2019. E3 will also be contending with Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest, which takes place just a few days before E3 and has become a tentpole event for splashy summer game reveals. It's where we got the first Elden Ring gameplay trailer after all. Early June in LA is still going to be packed with gaming news, but it's really starting to seem like the best stuff might happen off the E3 show floor. E3's dead.
I wonder if Jeff Keighley is like evil, maniacal laughing.
Why would he do that? But I legitimately believe Jeff Keighley or anyone would say, I don't want to see any part of the video game era or days die. I don't want to see E3 go, because it's not gonna die.
I also feel like he wants the big hitters and the big reveals at his place.
Maybe Sony will be like, hey, E3, we're gonna single-handedly save you. E3, we are gonna be at E3 show the PlayStation 5 Pro and part 2 of Final Fantasy Remake.
At that
Ooh.
point, it's just gonna be the Sony showcase. It's,
Yeah,
like, it's just
shoot.
gonna be the Sony show.
But like just that, if Sony were to do that, E3 would that people would be like, well, going to E3,
Right.
Yeah,
like, and
I
you,
don't
Yes,
see it
so.
happening.
I don't either.
Especially
sure.
with the summer game showcase with Jeff Keighley being days before.
Oh,
I can
man.
guarantee they already have huge hitters.
What we're
Well,
gonna-
so I think with I'm sure they have huge hitters, but still, I think Sony is gonna save it for their own showcase, like the big things.
Sure,
But we'll see.
we're gonna cover it. So either way, you're gonna get your E3 fix. And I remember when they used to have E3 on
G4.
G4. Yeah, I would sit there and watch it the whole day, just thinking,
All day, I had my schedule. I was like, oh, what press conference is coming on? Oh, let me get to the
"Man."
let me get my
I feel like
iPad.
there's something super special about that, though. Even if you don't get to watch it live, you just go YouTube, and it's just like,
Man,
it's just game after game.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a good event.
Did you guys see the showcase for the new meta human AI, or not AI, but like the face recognition thing?
no.
They released it a couple days ago, and you can actually do it from your phone. And they were showing it for like Hanoa Sacrifice or whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it.
Speaking of AI, though, I saw apparently there's an app, like a Chat GPT app for your phone. So like if somebody sends you a text message, it can just automatically respond for you. And it was actually it was off the South Park skit, but they used that skit for the actual app. The app is real.
It's real. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he was like, yeah, it
Also,
saved me so much time chatting to all my
I'm
girlfriends.
sending it in the podcast if you want to check it out, but it's super cool. Like they actually did it from a cell phone.
Let me
And
pull it up.
Hi, everyone.
Truth is, we already have facial recognition software. IG,
Designing
what is
vision
it?
for metahumans.
Snapchat, all of these have facial recognizational software. However, it's a matter of what is being done with it.
it's the
were
improvements of it rather than like just
Visualization
having
of
it.
complex character technologies.
But the cool thing is so when you watch the video, the person records it, everything looks really good, and then you can change the character while keeping the same recognition. So like you can actually see like the mouth and the eyes and all the expressions, and then her hair or her skin tone or what her nose shape will change, and it still keeps that same like design feature. It's super cool. You can just fast forward ahead. But
is this by Mark Zuckerberg?
no,
This is part of Unreal.
This is Unreal 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is showcasing Sinuous Saga. Such a good game, but
I'm not playing the audio, so y'all can talk if y'all want.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think no matter what we do, AI is on its way here. It's already here. It's here. So, and then more with the facial recognition, and we had conversations about how TikTok's going to get banned in America. But
yeah, apparently that bill is being put up for passing this week.
Oh, for TikTok?
yeah. So I get that the concerns is what is China doing with this information, but essentially all of these what is it called, media software, what is it called,
Multimedia software?
what's it called,
Media.
social media software, all of these joints, all of them collect data, every single last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just curious as to what's preventing everyone from like saying, hey, I have a problem with my information being collected versus what is, you know what I mean? Like what is actually being done with it? What is preventing you from saying, hey, I'm going to use this app, but not this app based off
I think
of
that all does the same, really. Like they're all gonna get information out there, and I don't know, it doesn't really bother me as much as other people. Like I feel like The people that really concerns are like older people who feel like they should have a problem with it. I guess I don't know.
Well, consider me old because
I mean,
I
that's my case right there.
because this I feel like there's nothing wrong with this technology, but it's happening very fast.
It is.
And with no types of legislation and control over it, it could be. Look, there's always bad people in the world, and like I'm thinking of a million things that you could do with this type of technology. Like even if you were just even the small things, like shoot, say like you're teenagers. Oh no, he's dating that girl. Bet let me make a face of her boyfriend. And let me make a video and send some crazy stuff out, or like just messing people
I
up.
was talking about like the marketing thing. Not.
Oh, you talking about like the data stuff? I mean, the data is just
Yeah.
as dangerous because our data is not protected. Like, that's the
Mm.
craziest part. Like, it's just out there.
But you're onto something with that because remember that story, the Twitch streamer who got in trouble for watching, what was it called?
Deep fake porn.
Deep fake porn.
Lily said Will Smith's too old to save us. By robot.
He still got them hands. I saw him.
That's
at
why we
the-
got Michael B. Jordan coming out.
Well, yeah, they do have one.
Look how
don't they?
good that looks, though.
Yeah, that
That's
looks
for
really
AI?
good.
That was from a cell phone.
That was from a cell phone video of someone recording it, and then them
Uploading it.
overlaying the Unreal. Yeah, they uploaded the Unreal
And the
stuff
crazy
over
thing
it.
is you
incredible.
can completely change. Like that face can go to look like BTG or Rainbow or me or whoever
In the middle of it,
in the
playing.
middle of it. Like they can do it on the fly. So it just gives like the separation.
Yeah, that is
between-
crazy.
the separation between voice actors to acting now is so limited or so like linear now because it's the same thing.
Like
So-
for like our audio listeners, like what they're doing is they're showing it on the system, and like all the points that they show that they can edit on the face while it's running is crazy. You probably need like all the 490s to do this.
And you can even do
All
it
the
on like
490s.
you can even do like stylized like graphics and everything. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
And
it's
scary all at the same time.
Why is it scary? I'm interested.
Look,
Imagine all the girlfriends.
all it takes is like one person to have like somebody's phone number and then deep fake Putin's face and be like, "Hey, I need y'all to launch them nukes right now."
Oh no. Yeah, okay. I see
Like,
what you're
oh
saying.
shit. Okay, well he said it. Poop poop. And then
Uh,
the real Putin calls, "Yo, what
I
the
feel
fuck
like,
did y'all
I feel
do?"
like BTG has like a cellar full of like prep.
Look, bro. People are evil, man. People are bad, man. You think scammers are bad now? Wait till this shit like hits the street.
Ooh, good point.
Grandma's gonna see like a photo, like a video of,
of
her
you.
son. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Hello, my name is
Dex,
Steven,
can
and
you
I'm
send me $2
calling-
million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Personal identity is going to be stolen a lot more or taken advantage of.
I
in the
also
future.
feel like though, like I think identities and like
Lily says she gonna make herself Karen for you do a Zoom job interview.
I feel like though, like we didn't have our grandparents or even most of our parents didn't grow up with technology at all, so they're easier to scam because of the fact that they didn't grow up with like the technologies that we have. But as we get older, I feel like that's going to be harder and harder because like Timmy who was born in 2000 knows like, hey, by the way, like you can't really fall for that same trick. Obviously stuff's gonna like get different because technology changes 24/7, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
coming
It is
fast.
it is coming very fast. And I understand like that's what like Congress and stuff is scared of, but they also don't understand it enough. So it's kind of like the bridge needs to be gapped at some point, which is why I think Congress should be younger. Like they're definitely too old.
True.
Like they have no idea what's going on. There should be a max age limit.
Instagrams.
Yeah.
It did do that.
These interwebs, what happens? No, bro. Do you even know what the internet
don't
is?
like-
Getting an ad for
You're controlling this. It's
They
you.
they were told to try to explain or define what TikTok is based off of their current their knowledge. Their depiction or description of it was absolutely ridiculous. So then they actually had to use it and then try to go through and experience what it is, and it was complete. They were just like, oh, I could see why I'm watching this, because they found stuff that they were told to search. Well, like, what are you interested in? Oh, I like horseback riding. Then they were showing videos of people.
So they want to shut it down without even knowing what it was.
No. I want to see an 80-year-old senator do a TikTok dance.
This not
That would-
dancing. They think it's
That
dancing.
would be the best.
Oh man.
Watching like Arkansas senator who's like 87 do the nay or something. That'd be hilarious to me.
That's what they're scared of. They don't want that actual video to get out.
Mm.
That's what they're scared of. That's probably why they're so scared of social media. They're scared of being caught for all the dirty things that they do. That's what it is. That's why they're scared of all this data being out. Because
Because they don't know how to delete it off their phones.
yeah, data is power. So like they're gonna be like, they doing their illegal transactions and stuff. Oh shit, I just sent this to little Timmy and it's up on Twitter now. How do I report this? Like, it's whatever. All right.
Under it, I was hacked.
No, exactly. So how are you responding to this already? All right, news story number 6. Oh man, we've talked about this game before. Think you remember it, Yano? So Multiverses beta is shutting down. Full launch planned for early 2024. I'm not gonna lie, I did not realize this game was still in beta. Like,
I thought it was done.
no, this whole phase with the season passes and everything was beta.
Why do they have 72 characters? What is this?
Exact. That's
They
how
got all
many
the customs.
characters they have.
No, these.
Oh
are
yeah,
custom
these are the
characters.
customs too. You're right. Yeah, it's
What
like
do you mean by
it's like 6,
customs?
like their
It's been
costumes.
beta
Oh,
this whole
okay.
time.
This game has been beta the whole time. But Warner Bros. And Player First Games are making the unprecedented decision to bring the Multiverses open beta to an end for players on all platforms come June 25th, 2023, shutting the game down temporarily. It's an odd decision that was further clarified in a video from Player First co-founder and CEO Tony Hun. He said the team has gathered an invaluable amount of feedback so far and will use it to create a better game. However, to achieve its potential, Player First will start by removing Multiverses from digital storefronts next week, April 4th. A full 1.0 launch build is expected to relaunch the experience in early 2024 following the Multiverses beta shutdown this June. We know there's still a lot of work to do, Hun said. As a result, we have a clearer view of what we need to focus on, specifically the content cadence of new characters, maps, and modes to give more ways to enjoy the game, along with updated netcode and more matchmaking improvements. We'll also be reworking the progression system based on your feedback and looking at new ways for you to connect with your friends in the game. Although Multiverse's interest has dwindled since its launch last year, the beta shutting down means players won't be able to enjoy the full experience for at least 6 months. But it's not all bad. In a separate FAQ post on his website, Player First explains that players who have already downloaded Multiverses will still be able to enjoy offline features after the shutdown in June. Those features include the training room known as the lab, local matches, and access to characters and cosmetics. The bulk of the experience, including online multiplayer, however, will not be accessible. Players First promises to share updates on its progress, ushering fans to follow it on social channels and website. We do know that this news might be disappointing, but rest assured, Multiverses will be back, Hun said. We'll also ensure that all of your progress and content will carry over when Multiverses returns next year with a variety of new content features and modes. The Multiverses beta launched for PC via Steam, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XS in July 2022 and has received numerous updates since. From launch to the June shutdown, Multiverses will have been available to players for a total of 11 months, making today's news especially surprising. Temporary removal of the service for a game on this scale is unheard of, so it's up to Player First to make up for the time lost with that promised full launch. Stay tuned to see how Multiverses will return next year. What do y'all think about that?
It's gonna plummet.
You think so? It's not going to be able to return.
We've been had.
It does feel
I
that way
don't think.
because
I
people
think
put
it'll
money
come
into
back
it.
out. I don't think it won't come back out. But like, it had its huge it had its like huge uprise on Twitch. Everybody played it for like what, a week, 3 days, something like that.
A month for me.
And then no one heard about it since. It got real quiet. And then now it's going off the stores for a year, like for what, a year? It said.
Like 6 months.
6 months.
Oh, that's a long time for gamers.
That
I
is
think-
a long time.
To be honest, I think this is a smart move because I feel like if they had, so it would have been one thing like if they had just left it up and did no updates at all, like completely just said, all right, we're just gonna leave this here until the full release. I think it would have just made, if people were going to try it out, it would have gave them a bad taste, and then been like if they've never played multiverses, then in this 6 month period they decide to come in and try it, and nothing's happening in that 6 months, they'd be like, well, why does this game even exist? I think this is kind of like a reboot thing. It's like with the Spider-Man movies, they go away, they come back, we still give it a shot, we know what it's going to be, the story premise is almost pretty much the same, but we're still going to see the new Spider-Man, like, even though it started all over, you know. I think this is a good thing, especially if this allows them to pretty much almost rebuild the game. And if they're
Ooh.
really taking all of that feedback that people want, why wouldn't you come back and try it when it does release? Because it's pretty much going to be a new game.
Yeah.
Now,
Everyone's
if it comes back in 6 months and it's the same, that's when it's going to be like, all right,
Yeah.
you're officially done.
Dead in
Like,
the water.
yeah.
I think the only saving grace is if they somehow find a way to make it really popular on Twitch again. That's the only way. Whether that be like rewards for watching streamers play it, having huge advertisements from like big streamers trying it, or whatever. But like, I think the only avenue where this is going to be a success story is if it's through Twitch or a streaming platform.
They'll just add Voldemort and Harry Potter on day one.
They could. Did they say they were going to do that?
No, but it was rumored that was going to be one of the characters.
Wow.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Could
So-
you imagine?
I think this definitely gives them a chance to think things through, especially, you know, with DC and the movies doing new things. Like, I mean, you could see Movie Flash in there, you know.
Oh, right.
So like, I think
And
this
all
does
those charges.
give them a chance to pretty much reboot it and give the players what they want, because it was missing stuff for sure.
What was one thing that was missing for you? Music for me, for sure. Like some of the stages felt bland. Like that one Rick and Morty stage where it's like, show me your moves. I would have loved that stage to have like the feel upbeat and everything in it.
I think it was, for me, like, it was the characters feeling alive.
Mm.
Like, because you know how in like Smash Brothers, while they're fighting, you hear all the characters' voices and stuff like that, like that type of stuff. Like,
I feel
this
like
feel
mine's
like
harder.
the polish wasn't there.
I feel like it's really hard for me to be happy, but it felt repetitive. Like, it felt like I was playing the same stage, same champion, or same characters over and over and over.
Right.
So it just didn't feel like. But at the same time, it's probably every fighter technically. So I'm not really a good person to ask. This isn't my genre, so it's really hard for me to be like, this is what I wish it had. But
Nah, yeah, I get you.
But I understand the concept of like if the characters felt more alive, like more unique sound effects or character voices. It didn't feel like when I got hit in the game, it didn't feel like I was getting hit. It felt
like I didn't feel like it was me, the character, getting hit. Like it was the game character getting hit, but I didn't feel that. Smash does a crazy job of making you feel like you got your ass beat. Like, for real. Like, But
Some
yeah.
of us
I
do
feel
be
like-
getting beat though.
No, what?
In
Say it again,
Smash.
Rainbow.
Some of us do be getting beat in Smash.
Yeah, and
but
you
it doesn't-
you feel like we're talking about, we feel it in our heart. Like when they zoom in and they get that smash attack on you and your eyes pop out and then you freeze frame and then you shoot across the stage, you feel that in your heart, in your gut. You're like, oh my god, I just
also
got
feel
fucked
like
up.
Smash did a really good job of making it feel like, at least what I've played of Smash, there was never there. It was always too many variables per match. You know what I mean? In a good way. Like it never felt like it was ever going to be the same match over and over, no matter like who you were playing or what like characters you played. It always felt like there was always like something that you couldn't control that you had to like fight in the middle of that fight. You know what I mean? But I'm
Like-
also bad at the game, so like.
Yeah. Either way, I think this is good. I hope it's good for the game, and I do hope it does well when it comes back and actually like changes and they take everything that fans brought to them, and I hope it works out.
Was
Because,
it
like-
vocal? Were people pretty vocal about like things that they wished? that
Oh
they had?
yeah.
Hmm.
Like off the break, like especially like Smash community players that were playing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we'll
And
see,
then
man.
it could be a contender with Smash, or do you think Smash is just too big?
I mean, it depends on the polish. That's what I'm saying. Like the polish with the game mechanics and the fighting and stuff. That's
This is
what's
definitely a Yano question for me because
that's what's gonna make it or break it. But go ahead, yeah.
All right, so bet the thing is that they said Smash is done. They're not doing any more updates to the game. There's no more new characters. It's done. So, is it a Smash killer? It can be simply because we know Smash games go on for years. Even now, the game for Smashless, it's still $60, and the game's been out since 2008. I mean, sorry,
Nuts.
2018. Sorry. I
Oh, okay,
apologize.
that's not as nuts.
but but the thing is for this game is that it's free to play, or at least was, because I don't know when it comes back out in 6 months. Are they going to have?
Oh,
a
I'm
price
sure
tag to it?
I'm sure it'll still be free to play.
So
They wouldn't be able to get people to come back if it wasn't.
Or people that
Exactly.
already downloaded it didn't have to buy. That would be the play.
ooh,
Oh yeah, they did say everything that you had before you're gonna still have. So
okay, that's great. That's good. So that's the other part. You have access to this free to play game, and humongous roster sheet. If they have access to these characters, yeah, I think it could very well kind of overshadow Smash the Smash titles.
Yo,
They
imagine
just-
if they got Michael Jordan because they have like LeBron
Space
James
Jam?
for Space Jams. Imagine if they had both Space Jam versions.
the shoot, it could very well happen.
That would break the game.
I think they just need to find the polish and the cohesiveness and how it all works together. That's really what they need, and they might. I don't know. Am I a fan of the way it looks? Kinda. I don't know. Game mechanics
I
can
like
be a
the
little.
cartoony of it. To be honest, I think it fits well with like Bugs Bunny, and it's very like Animaniacs
Yeah.
art style.
They just gotta fix hitboxes, and yeah, if they tune it up real well, and then we get a bunch of new stuff, and it feels smooth and like Smash feels smooth. Like
I mean, they've
Multiverses
perfected
didn't have
though,
that,
right?
yeah.
They've done it for years, so it's been a perfection in the making.
Truth is, in any fighting game, movement is super important, and in this game it feels very floaty and slidey or slick. So I don't know. Only time will tell, because if they listen into the fans, or at least to the people that play the game, then I see them only coming back with good results if they
Yeah.
listen.
I agree. Well, we'll see. Next news story. This is story number 7. Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS eShops shut down today. Time has run out for the Wii U and 3DS eShops. Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS digital storefronts are shutting down today, March 27th at 8 p.m. So 2 hours ago, guys. Sorry. While you no longer While you'll no longer be able to purchase games or DLC from either eShop, you'll still be able to re-download the games you've already bought and play online for the time being. Nintendo first warned us of the shutdown last year and started barring users from loading money into the Wii U and 3DS eShops in August. Sadly, this imminent shutdown means we'll have to bid farewell to the hundreds of great digital-only titles available in either store, such as Dr. Luigi, Pokemon Rumble U, Pushmo, Pokemon Picross, and many others. The closures will also make it impossible to purchase the full range of virtual console games on 3DS and Wii U, which I'll personally miss the most. Remember when Nintendo actually let us buy from a huge selection of standalone digital classics without a subscription? Those were the days. We're going to lose around 1,000 digital-only games as a result of the eShop shutdowns, according to an analyst from VGC. And if that's not upsetting enough, VGC says around 530 of those games are virtual console titles, and about 335 of which aren't even available through Nintendo Switch Online yet. Nintendo's shutdown of the Wii U and 3DS eShops is a step back in video game preservation. In addition to literally wiping some games from history, it will also make it more difficult for people who still own and play the Wii U and 3DS to access certain games, even if they are available as physical copies. After all, the physical versions of some games like Phoenix Wright vs. Professor Layton on 3DS and The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD have soared in price thanks to the used game market, all while the digital versions maintain their original price.
Should
Yeah.
have just made
It's
it all
sad
free.
news, man. Really? No,
should've
Nintendo
just,
would never.
Never.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool if they were like, "Hey, we're shutting this down. Like, here is the online market."
Nah, because you know what happened? Everybody would expect that every time from here on out. So like if
I'm a giver, you know what I mean?
if
Like,
Nintendo Switch 2 came out and you couldn't play Nintendo Switch games, everybody would be like, "Well, Nintendo, when you gonna release all these games for free now that we
Right.
can't buy them anymore?" But I can't remember who it is, but there is a YouTuber who went out of his way and purchased every title. He spent about $30,000 so he could try to
never mind.
preserve every Nintendo Wii U digital and 3DS digital.
So they're not
title.
lost.
He has them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good enough. At least one person has them, you know.
And then he sells them for $60 a pop.
No, he's actually trying to preserve them so that way, if they do end up
Emulate 'em.
going away forever, they'll
Yo,
still be
imagine
around
that
somehow.
Wii being in like a museum one day. You know what I mean? The Wii U, just like this game.
Well,
has
yeah,
every game.
It sucks. This is the digital content
That's why I don't like
thing
digital
that I'm
games,
scared of.
man.
So I didn't realize like how many people actually still played their Wii U until like before Splatoon 3 came out. I decided to boot my Wii U up and play the first one and then the second one and then in anticipation for the third one. I was like, oh, there's people on here.
No, that's crazy.
A lot
However,
of people
game matching was pretty quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
I
are on the
bet.
360. Like people still play the 360 religiously.
People
Yeah,
still
I mean-
play Smash 4.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like it's one of those things too, like because like in other countries, they're not able to get the newer consoles as accessible. So I know, like for instance, one of my friends, he has like his nephew in Haiti, he still plays the 360 because like even if he was to get the new Xbox, internet's not good enough for him to download a
yeah.
game and play.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like one of those things like they like the physical type stuff too. And
That
3D,
sounds so sad.
I know it does suck.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's why I gave him a lot of my stuff. I was like, you can have it. I don't touch this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it sucks. But I'm glad somebody preserved it. I'm glad.
Save the day, golly.
Surprised Yano doesn't have most of them. You know, he's a game connoisseur.
I do have a lot of them, but not all of them. And plus, a lot of them were digitals. I only got games that I enjoy. There's a lot of games out there. Like I like.
You don't want to take out a small loan so you can own every one of
No.
them.
Rhythm Heaven, fantastical game. WarioWare, on the Nintendo Wii. Oh, that was a fantastic game. They had this musical game that allowed you to make music on it. The Wii had so many titles, so many. and a lot of them were actually digital only. They didn't have a physical copy of them.
I completely skipped over the Wii U because
The
I was
Wii
just
U?
yeah, I was just so upset that that's what it was. I was just like, y'all went from GameCube, great, to the Wii, great,
So you
to
didn't
this
play
thing.
Smash 4?
Let's not say the Wii was great.
No,
It
the Wii was great.
okay.
I thought
No,
I
the
thought it
Wii
was
wa-
great.
Wii was great. Definitely one of their best selling consoles ever.
Mm.
That was like that was the console that bridged the gap between a lot of older generations and the new generation. Just because of
I
Wii
think it's because
Sports
the
or
extra.
Wii
Yeah, I
Ball.
was gonna say the exercise. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was I love the Wii. Great
It
games on it.
was
So much
such a
aggressive bowling. It was insane.
It was such a popular system. My parents went out and got one. That tells you something.
Yeah, my
That's
mom
true.
actually has one in her
See?
basement, and she's never plugged it in one time.
Not
she,
even once.
She got it. She bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember one of my best friends. His
I was
mom
like,
had bought
"Hey,
it.
can I put that in my collection?" She's like, "No, I bought it. It's not." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
That's what I'm saying. Wii was like one of the first consoles where like parents went out and bought it for themselves
Mhm.
first. Like my parents did the same thing. One of my best friends, his parents. I said, "Dang, you got a Wii?" He said, "No, my mom got it." I said, "What the heck?"
To be
But-
fair, and I quote, she said, "We're getting our workout room set up, and we're gonna play. They're gonna hook it up there, and that's been 4 years, and they've never touched it." So
Lily said her husband took the last Wii claim ticket from a little kid.
fuck them kids. You know what I mean?
Look at that. Yoink.
Dang, not from a kid.
Fucking
Give me that.
savage.
Lily's husband.
But you know what? He taught that kid a valuable lesson.
Don't
And what
get
was
my
that?
way.
Show up early.
That's literally the early bird catches the worm.
Yeah.
That's that life lesson.
He's like, I bet now he's first in line every time for everything.
Mom,
and he
we gotta
holding
get-
this ticket tight.
Yeah.
Mom, we gotta go to the mall now. Why? Because in
Now.
4 hours.
I got dressed 10 hours ago. Let's go. He wasn't gonna get one, but the Best Buy lady, BB's Best Buy, right? Best Buy lady gave him the last ticket and he shrugged and said, "Oh well, mine now." Dang, he's extra sad. He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't even want it.
That's the
Wasn't
worst.
his kid.
It wasn't his kid.
I feel that. I feel
You
that.
ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm saying, Ricky Bobby?
Pretty much. All right. Oh, next news story. We got two more. News story number 8. All right, the other story that we've been talking about every freaking other week. Xbox Activision Blizzard deal takes major step forward in CMA investigation. Microsoft will be happy. Xbox's Activision Blizzard acquisition has taken a major step forward as the UK's Competitions and Market Authority has revealed it is now less concerned over the deal going through. And this was the big deal breaker. They were the ones that were like most concerned about, Xbox controlling the market and stuff. The CMA released a statement saying that one of its key provisional concerns, that the deal would harm competition if Microsoft made Call of Duty an Xbox exclusive, has now been addressed as no longer an issue. Following significant feedback from Microsoft, Sony, and all other involved parties, the CMA has said that it wouldn't make sense to make Call of Duty exclusives, as this would only lose Xbox money. It's just crazy to me that it's taken them like 3 months to figure that out. Like,
Also, so can I add something to that?
Yeah.
There was a tweet by somebody on from Microsoft, or like an official statement or whatever, and they were like, if you guys couldn't make a good like a good first person shooter by the time like the acquisition's done, because they get to keep Call of Duty for like 10 years or 8 years or something on Sony.
right.
And, like, if you can't make a good first person shooter in that time, like, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, God damn.
Oh man.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
But it's unclear if Microsoft's drive to sign deals putting Call of Duty on Nintendo Switch and various cloud gaming platforms affected this decision. This doesn't mean the deal will definitely go through, as the CMA said it still has major concerns over its impact on the cloud gaming market, but Microsoft will likely be happy with the announcement, and Activision Blizzard too. CMA's updated provisional findings show an improved understanding of the console gaming market and demonstrate a commitment to supporting players and competition, Activision Blizzard told IGN. Sony's campaign to protect its dominance by blocking our merger can't overcome the facts, and Microsoft has already presented effective and enforceable remedies to address each of the CMA's remaining concerns. We know this deal will benefit competition, innovation, and consumers in the UK. Martin Coleman, the CMA's chair of independent panel of experts conducting the Activision Blizzard deal investigation, said, having considered the additional evidence provided, we have now provisionally concluded that the merger will not result in a substantial lessening of competition in console gaming services because the cost to Microsoft of withholding Call of Duty from PlayStation would outweigh any gains from taking such action. The final verdict should still arrive by the end of April, he added. The CMA had previously taken a largely negative stance for Microsoft, having raised several concerns over the deal's impact in its provisional findings published February. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard pushed back, however, reiterating their commitment to bring Call of Duty to all platforms. This was seemingly heard loud and clear and believed by the CMA. The provisional findings aren't a preview of the final verdict, though, but more of a place for the CMA to raise all possible concerns, big and small. It then opens the floor up to Microsoft, Sony, and other involved parties to submit evidence, offers, solutions, and so on. The CMA's investigation into Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal was recently extended due to its complexity, with the final result now expected by April 26th at the latest. Shoot, at this point, it'll happen sooner or later.
I just want to see WoW on Game Pass. That's all I want to see.
If that's what you want to see.
It's gonna happen sooner or later. And then the crazy thing is, like, as soon as the deal's done, Microsoft is gonna be like,
Yeah,
Call
we're
of
just
Duty
fucking with you.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Huh? They
We'll
could
take
do
that hit, baby. We'll take the hit.
Got
But
you,
won't it
suckers.
be a breach of their contract because isn't that why they don't want to?
after the
It's
deal.
it's not a breach of the contract. Oh well,
I don't think.
I
they'll
mean,
be
it
fine.
depends on the legality of the sale, like what's written into.
The contract would be between Microsoft,
Between them and Sony.
and no, not Sony. It would be the contract between them and between Xbox and Activision, not anybody else. Basically, what's happening now is to get that contract started. They're being blocked because potential like monopolies and all that jazz. But after they get approved by the government, then at that point it's up to the contract between Activision and Xbox.
well, that's what I'm saying, and also the contract between them and Sony. Like, if they're like, I wonder if these contracts are being handled now by Activision. Like, yeah, you're still gonna be able to have it for the 10 years, even after acquisition of Microsoft and stuff like that. Like, I
They're
wonder.
probably already under like X contract though, right? That's
Yeah,
probably what the contract they had to wait to like expire.
Probably, like, yeah, but hey, exclusive content.
I'm just saying, like 9 years from now, the next Call of Duty, they're gonna be like, yeah, we'll take the loss. You're not getting it.
Yeah,
Can I
but-
ask y'all a serious question?
Yeah, what's up?
Wasn't Sony doing exactly this same thing? Weren't they buying companies and making it exclusive as well?
It wasn't really so much that they were buying companies because they couldn't afford to like buy out companies at the rate that Xbox was doing it. The issue was they were making everything exclusive. So like Insomniac Games and Santa Monica, they make
Naughty Dog.
they make Sony exclusives. And so the only way you can play them is 2 years from now, whenever they're going to go on PC.
I'm just saying, like in the 90s and early 2000s, I remember quite well a ton of games only on PlayStation, and knowing very well these companies could have made their games, like for example, Final Fantasy VII could have been played on the Nintendo 64. However, it had some challenges. I will admit they planned on releasing a disc version of the N64 that didn't pan out. So they had conversation about putting it on their next gen system. Fun fact: the GameCube. However,
And then they pick smaller discs.
Yeah, why does Nintendo do that? Why do they mess with everything? Every console. First, it goes from a cartridge to a disc to a cassette to a small baby disc. It's
No, they
crazy.
didn't do a cassette. Don't lie to these listeners.
They like their proprietary like cartridges.
Also, I think the issue that Xbox is having is it's such a big deal. It's not like Activision and Blizzard alone is worth billions. Like they're huge, so it's a little different than like a small, not a small,
Oh,
but,
no,
like,
yeah, for
compared to
sure.
like an individual company.
Nah, yeah, this is huge. It's a big
big deal.
deal. 100%. Hey, Call of Duty coming to Switch.
It's happening.
That's already official.
All for 10 frames a second.
Yep.
I mean, if my mobile device can play it, I know the Switch can play it.
Don't lie to these listeners.
I see what you did.
Can it?
Can it?
I
think
feel
it
like your
can.
phone's maybe a little more powerful.
Oh my gosh, Nintendo, that wasn't me.
I'm just saying. All right, last news story. This one is from IGN. From Ryan Dinsdale. PETA tells Amazon to stop filming with animals after a horse dies on Rings of Power set. PETA called on Amazon Studios and the wider world of TV production to stop using real animals to film its shows after a horse died on the set of Lord of the Rings of Power. As reported by Variety, the animal rights nonprofit organization has said producers who can't avoid exploiting animals should find a new art form to pursue after a horse died of cardiac failure while filming for season 2. Seems that living underground with the orcs is par for the course for the producers of the Rings of Power because they have the option to use CGI, mechanical rigs, and other humane methods that wouldn't run vulnerable horses to death on set, said PETA's senior vice president Lisa Lang in a statement to Variety. PETA is calling on all show creators and all other producers to take on a new quest without using any real horses. If they can't avoid exploiting animals for their art, they should find a new medium, because no one wants to see a spin-off for TV with torment as the theme. Sources told Variety that more than 30 horses were involved in filming on the day of the incident, as the horses suffered cardiac arrest while standing with around 20 other horses. We are deeply saddened to confirm that a production horse died on March 21st, an Amazon spokesperson said. The incident took place in the morning whilst the horse was being exercised prior to rehearsals. The trainer was not in costume, and filming had yet to commence. Both a veterinarian and a representative of the American Humane Association were present at the time. The independent necropsy has confirmed that the horse died of cardiac failure. Season 2 of Rings of Power is currently in production in the UK. So,
I have comments.
go ahead.
All right, so 2 things. 1, super sad that a horse died. That's really sad. Secondly, PETA killed at least 10 horses while you read that entire article. So
PETA did?
Yeah, PETA's a horrible company. They're so hypocritical.
How did they kill their horses?
It was a joke, but
Oh,
they're really bad about like saying don't kill animals, and then they use animals. Okay,
I don't
fair,
know
Lily.
much about PETA. Now I'm Googling.
Also, they
PETA.
did want Kenan and Kel to use vegan burgers for their movie, by the way. Fun fact.
PETA did?
Yeah. I saw the article too, and then Lily reminded me.
Man, like, look, I get, like, animal cruelty and stuff like this, but
I don't really count that as animal cruelty.
I do, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe going overboard. Let's just say it like that. Where were they about the dang animals in the circus?
Yeah, what about Harambe?
I mean, I'm sure they were
Dicks
heavily
out for
involved with that.
Harambe, you know what I mean?
Did they?
They
I didn't hear no
stuff
PETA
like
for
that
Harambe.
on what they talk about and be outspoken about. Whatever is gonna draw them the biggest publicity, that's where they go.
They did that same shit with Pokemon years ago. Y'all remember
What?
that?
PETA and
PETA.
Pokemon? What is happening? I'm
Yeah.
confused. What's happening?
Yeah, they did.
They're not
They
real.
did.
Harambe was the wrong color gorilla. Oh, Lord.
No, but it is. They said that.
Lily, I don't think we can say that here. I don't know.
What? They said that. Wait a second. What? Harambe ain't the Oh my gosh. They said that
You broke
Pokemon gets into the young mind that it's okay to use animals.
They
to
made a
do-
game.
They
Oh,
made a
they didn't
game.
want
They
kids
made
chicken
a
and dog
mobile app.
fighting.
Oh, I mean, it's funny, but it's not. Because like
Hold on.
they really are a little bit too aggressive with some.
Oh,
of
I'm
their-
just saying, man, we got bigger problems in the world right now. That's all I'm saying,
Then what do you mean? You saying Pokemon aren't worth fighting for? Is that what you're saying?
man. They're worth fighting.
The animals are more important.
I sent you the link for the parody game.
And I look, I love animals. I love.
It's
you
called
sent me the link.
Pokemon Black and Blue. It's a great time. You're welcome.
What is this?
It's the PETA Pokemon game.
And they
Oh
named
my
it
God.
Black and Blue.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Wait
Wait a
till you
minute.
see the game.
it's
Yeah.
so good. It's 10 out
Is
of
it
10.
good?
We about to.
Heck yeah.
I play this.
It's aggressive.
How do I
It's
play
something.
it?
I don't know if you can play it. I just sent you the link.
Oh man. For generations, Pokemon have suffered at the hands of their cruel trainers. Help Peter free Pikachu and his Pokemon friends as they struggle for Pokemon liberation.
Get your
Why
ass
is there
back in
so
that
much
Pokeball.
blood? What the hell? Gotta free them all. Oh wait,
This has
whoa.
to be
Oh,
the
hold
best
on.
story.
There is another Super Tofu Boy, Super Tanuki Skin 2D. They going
is
after
going on?
Mario.
I'm gonna be honest. Every time
Cook-
PETA tries to tell me to eat a vegan burger, I'm probably gonna eat another steak. So
Oh, cooking Mama kills animals. Oh my god, this
I'll
one
be
worked.
honest. I do enjoy steaks. I don't know if it's because I grew up eating steaks. But now I
they delicious.
they're
Y'all
delicious.
enjoy that.
What about chicken?
I'm
Chicken's
rooting for
delicious.
PETA.
You're rooting for PETA there?
I'm joking.
Well,
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
you, I'm gonna put some garlic butter right on that. So just for
These
you.
games actually work too, and
She's
they're
fired.
they are bloody as hell.
No, don't fire me.
Play the cooking Mama kills animals.
Oh no.
Look, the art, the art's pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Maybe they should
Yeah.
make games.
They do.
Yeah, because they kind of suck at being protective
Instead
of animals.
of being animal activists.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Peter, but yeah.
To be honest, if they reached out to us for a sponsorship, I would say no. I put my foot down.
Realistically though, I
Does
do.
the sponsorship come with red paint?
Yes.
Oh my
It
gosh.
comes with chicken.
Y'all
And-
throwing jokes on the fire. This horse is dead, y'all. We found this dead horse that died on the line of making a film that is not.
No, he was exercising. That's what it said.
But he was there to do the filming.
And he died while exercising. Man, look, we don't know how old the horse was. The horse could have been at his lifespan. Like, he could have lived a good. He was an actor. None of us are actors. That horse had a
He
good life.
literally- He was like, "I am an actor.
I will act.
I
my
will
way
be in my. I will be in my."
Oh my
what are they
god! So
called?
now we're saying we beaten a dead horse. All right, I'm done. I am done.
That was all Yano.
I didn't say
Oh,
that.
yeah,
That
no.
was Lily.
No, you started it.
That
Just
is.
then we're canceling Yano.
We're all getting. Look, Peter coming for us, y'all.
I should be laughing.
You know PETA has like people just scouring the internet for
It
anybody
was just
with
looking for
mentioning-
trouble.
with
Oh shoot, we
mentioning
just got 10,000 viewers, all from PETA.
10,000?
No, I'm just kidding. Nah, man. All right, that was the last story. It sucks the horse died, but
It does.
like, you know what I mean.
As long as the scene's good, right?
I mean, not even that. He had his trainer there and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they look. I don't know what the trainer was doing to the horse, or if the horse just died because it was old and stuff. But I doubt that it was because he was filming this movie,
Like
this
it.
TV show. Like, yeah, he wasn't out there being beaten, put in a cage. And look, it's
Yeah,
crazy
he
people
probably
out there.
ate, like special feed. He got
Yeah.
walked daily. Like, yeah.
Lord of the Rings ain't just putting any horse in their show.
True, good point. Especially if it's Amazon.
Yeah. But whatever.
Amazon horses.
That was the last story for tonight's podcast. Before we get out of here, though, it's late. Kind
It
of.
is late.
Heck yeah, it is.
Should be in
Well,
bed.
I guess we not doing no pot of gold tonight.
Yeah.
If you guys want to put questions in for pot of gold on Thursday's episode, put them in the Night Kids Discord pot of gold thread, so you can get your questions answered live after the show Thursday night. Let's get into games coming out this week. This week you got Colossal Cave, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One that comes out tomorrow. Crime Boss Rocket City. Oh, that comes out tomorrow? PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC March 28th. That's the game that had like all the actors in it.
Oh.
You know,
I wanted to
remember
play
what I'm
that.
talking? Yeah, it comes out
Yeah.
tomorrow. Oh, I want to just play that too. The Show 23, MLB The Show 23 comes out PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch tomorrow.
On Game
Sifu.
Pass.
Oh, that's on Game Pass too?
Yep.
Sifu comes out on Xbox Series XS and Xbox One tomorrow. That must be on. I bet that's Game Pass also.
What game?
Sifu.
I don't think so. I didn't see it.
Why would it just be releasing now though?
Maybe it was never on the Xbox.
Yeah, but
sure.
but it was on Switch. I'm pretty sure this. Let's see if this is a Game Pass release.
I have Game Pass up and it's not showing.
Well, it comes out tomorrow.
Yes,
It shows recently like new games.
It does
coming
show.
out. Yeah. The next
I
games
guess-
that are coming is Ghostwire, Minecraft Legends, and Coffee Talk.
Oh, I guess it is just releasing.
Oh,
Weird. Good game. Terra Nil comes out on PC, iOS, Android tomorrow. Last of Us Part 1 comes out on PC tomorrow, March 28th. Yep. Dredge, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and
That's a good
PC.
game right there.
That comes out on the 30th. The Last Worker, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation VR 2, Switch, and PC. March 30th. Citizen Sleeper, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 on the 31st. And Cosmonius High on the Quest, March 31st.
I'm unfamiliar with that game.
Me too. Let me look at it. Cosmonius
Oh, it's a
High.
VR game?
Yeah.
It's got a ways to go. It comes out in June, but there's a game called Exoprimal, and it's like Power.
That's the
Rangers
PlayStation
and-
game, right?
And robots. No, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, it is. Is that the game where you're hunting dinosaurs?
Yeah, and you're,
Oh, yeah.
and you're basically a Power Ranger.
It's like damn. What was that game on PlayStation?
Turok?
Rainbow asked, when does it come out?
When does what come out?
The Diablo game was X and Lily.
Oh, the Diablo game comes out in June.
Yeah, a couple months.
June.
Six.
This is Cosmonius High. If you guys want to see.
That's what
It
a
looks
Prismia
good, to
captain
be
looks
honest
like.
with you.
Yes, yes, yes!
What, Diablo?
No, the
What
video.
can you do?
Diablo looks amazing, but
That's a
Cosmo.
neat-
Oh, this looks like a Shrooms trip.
It is. It looks super trippy. It's coming out on
did it.
PlayStation
I'm not
VR
sure
2
how the blubs
and
got trapped
Quest.
in the mazes.
Several SkyDrives around Astralgebra can be explored using SkyDrive
It
terminals.
says specifically.
It has its own
everyone
gravity?
10 and older.
Wow!
Use resize power on any sun. Observe effect. Planetizer can planetize
This
most
is a
night.
heads up.
However, use caution.
What?
This game's trippy. I would get it for my kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I would play it too, not gonna lie, but it looks trippy. Kind of like it. But yeah, that's it. That's it for games coming out this week. Oh, next episode's host, Rainbow, will not be here. You know, you gonna be there on Thursday?
I will be here this Thursday.
Okay, I'll be there Thursday. Lily, maybe. Dax, are you gonna be there? Because I thought you were off
Probably.
for Mondays, right? All right, so Dax will be there. Yeah, we may have a full
Depends
house
on
on
if I fall
and
asleep.
Cinderelle. All right, so it should be a pretty full house come Thursday night.
Yo, Brody, thank you so much for that follow, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the
Appreciate it. All right, that is it. If you guys want more content from the Night Kids, where can they find y'all? Yano?
You can find me, Yanonick, over at
Okay.
underscore NK underscore Yanonick over at Twitter. And if you want to see me live on Twitch, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Yanonick. Professor Daxter, where can we find you?
Ayo, you can find me at Twitch at Professor_Daxter. I'm actually probably gonna start streaming here again soon. We'll see. And you can find me on Twitter at Professor Daxter, all one word. And if you want to keep up with my workouts when I do post, it's gonna be Fitness_with_Daxter. What about you, Rainbow Kisses?
You can find me here in the Night Kids Discord or on Twitter at X_Rainbowkisses. What about you, BTG? Where can we find you?
You can find me here on Team Night Kids Twitch channel on Mondays and Thursdays for the most part. On Twitch, Black and Tie Guy Plays, Instagram, Black and Tie Guy Plays, and Twitter, NK_BTG Plays. Now, let's see. Do we have a raid, y'all?
Crimson Ortez.
Oh, they're both on?
Crimson streaming?
Crimson's playing
Yes.
Diablo 2,
He's playing.
and
Yep.
Tez is playing Mario Kart.
All right, let's check out Crimson Comet, one of the founders of the Night Kids, man. He's a good guy. He's kind of abrasive, so brace yourselves, guys. No, he's playing Diablo 2 Resurrection, which is great because the beta just came out. He is a dork. Whoever said that, I agree 100%. But I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he played the beta for 4 or yeah. But I know he's always been a Diablo fan, so maybe he,
Since Diablo 2, or at least.
yeah.
You gotta
maybe.
ask him. That's the only way.
Yeah, let's ask him when he gets to make sure you show him the same love you guys show us. And remember, this has been Night Kids After Dark podcast, where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Team Night Kids. And we will see you guys at Crimson Comet TV's channel. Later.